All right. Hello, beautiful students. If you remember, we've been talking about our favorite foods to help fill up some of our class time recently. So I've put together some slides and videos with a lot of the things we've been talking about. So you have it written down. You can go back and listen to it anytime you want, hopefully. So first we just have some language that we have around food. First, when your stomach, right, we talked about, well, you can't see, I don't want to show you my stomach, but when our stomach makes that gurgly noise, it goes, right? It's grumbling, your stomach is growling. You can say, I'm hungry, I want food, I'm hungry, my stomach is empty, there's nothing in it, I am hungry, right? So that's I am, but shortened. I am hungry, I'm hungry. And then when you've eaten too much, you say, oh my goodness, I'm so full, I'm full. Right, so this mouse, he ate too much cheese. He was very silly. He is full. Hungry and full, okay? Full means you don't want any more food, and you might be sick, right? You might throw up. So, very good. Ew, that's a really big spider. I'll be right back. Hold on. Whew. Okay, that was close. There's a big spider in the room. I had to go kill it. Moving on. Okay, so here's another word we want to talk about. Eat. We eat food, right? We eat food. So, does your country have special food? More importantly, what is your favorite food? Maybe it's not the same thing as your country's favorite food. I want to know about you, my student. And these are good questions to be able to answer for talking to new friends, maybe talking to classmates, talking to teachers, volunteers. So, what is your favorite food? Very good. Now, we eat food, we drink drinks, right? If you notice, drink is a verb here and it is a noun here. We drink drinks. So what drink do you like, or what do you like to drink? We can also ask, well, drinks are called beverages. That's another noun, another word for drinks. Drink, beverage, same thing. We also talked about tea and coffee a lot in our class, right? Do you like tea or do you like coffee? Which do you like better? I like both tea and coffee, but I like coffee more, right? So, good. More verbs. To cook. I cook a meal. She cooks a meal. Good. Cook a meal, right? That's all the food. Versus baking, you might know the word to bake. Bake means it's more specific. It's a bit more difficult, right? You have to add a certain amount of salt, a certain amount of baking powder, right? So baking, you bake bread, you bake cupcakes, cake, brownies, pies. I'm very hungry now. So we call these things all together, they're called baked goods. I want some baked goods because you bake them and they're very good. And you buy them sometimes at a bakery, right? So all these words are related. Wonderful. All right. Now, we have 3 meals in a day. 3 meals. You probably know this. The first meal in the morning is breakfast, right? It's common in America and probably other places to have eggs, bacon, maybe cereal, oatmeal, pancakes, waffles. So maybe some kind of fruit juice like orange juice. So if you're like me, you just have leftover dinner for breakfast because why not? So next meal of the day is lunch. Lunch is usually in the afternoon or late morning, early afternoon lunch. Last meal is dinner. Sometimes we hear this called supper, and sometimes, especially in certain countries, you will have breakfast, lunch, supper, and then dinner. So supper is like a small snack, almost, before dinner. So speaking of snacks, we have snacks, snack food, right? It's like a tiny meal. Sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's unhealthy. So here we have some kind of unhealthy snacks, but they look pretty good. So here's a question for you to discuss. Do you think snacks are good or bad? Good or bad? Right? Good question. All right, next we're going to talk about some different tastes and flavors, right? So we taste with our tongue. We taste with our tongue, right? This girl is tasting the ice cream. It tastes good, the flavor is sweet. So now with our nose, because our sense of smell and our sense of taste are related, right? So we smell different scents. That's the word sense with our nose. So taste and smell. Taste and smell. Very good. So she's smelling the clementine, the orange. Very good. So sugar is sweet. The taste is sweet. It tastes sweet. The flavor is sweet. Many Sweet foods have sugar in them. Many foods that don't taste sweet also have sugar in them. I don't know if you knew that, especially in the United States. Like ketchup, we'll talk about ketchup later. Ketchup has a lot of sugar, but it doesn't necessarily taste sweet. So, all right. Now, this is salt. Salt looks like sugar, right? It looks like sugar, but it tastes very different, right? So do you like sweet or salty? Sweet or salty? Next we have the flavor, the taste of sour, right? Sour, lemons. Oh, lemons are sour. So, sour is kind of fun. And then we also have a taste called bitter. Now this is kind of hard to describe. If you know rhubarb or arugula, these plants, a lot of plants are bitter. So if you make coffee though, if you make coffee wrong, it tastes bitter. Maybe if it's burnt, so bitter. No sugar, no cream. So it can taste bitter. Next, we have our word spicy. The next flavor is spicy. My husband loves spicy food. And when we were dating, I wanted to impress him. I ate a lot of spicy food too. And it was okay, but now that we're married, I'm done trying to impress him. And I don't eat as many spicy foods. Or I try to impress him in different ways, I'll say that. Moving on. So peppers are hot, like spicy hot, right? It's almost like the temperature hot, because it feels almost the same. So pepper is hot sauce. It's still very good. I just don't like it spicy as I used to. Moving on. So spicy foods. So next we also have something can be minty. It's like the opposite of spicy almost, right? I really like mint chocolate chip ice cream. A lot of toothpaste is minty. You should not swallow toothpaste. So good. So here's a good question. This is slightly different. This says, what is your favorite meal or food to make or to cook, right? So maybe my favorite meal is hamburgers, but I don't like making hamburgers from scratch, right? So maybe my favorite food to make is salad because it's much easier, right? So your favorite meal to make might be different than your favorite meal to eat. So very good. All right. Oh, we also want to talk about what color is your favorite food? And I thought I fixed this. Gosh dang it. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so there have been a bit more interruptions than I realized in this video, but that's okay, we're going to keep going, we're almost done. So, we talked about the colors red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, brown, black, but also white, pink, and gray. So sometimes it's fun to ask, so what color is your favorite food? My favorite food is red, and then your friend would guess, is your favorite food a tomato? Tomato is a red food. No. Is your favorite food an apple? Yes, my favorite food is a red apple, right? So that's why it's fun to be able to talk about colors. We can also use that to talk about clothing, which we started talking about. I have a blue shirt, I have black hair, right? So colors. All right. Very good. Favorite food. What color? All right, clicking. Alright, so join us next time. We're going to talk about vegetables.